se s náma vydal na to velké turné v hajzlu. Po představení, který bude mít asi 50 minut, se ho budete moci na něco zeptat. My už jsme sehraný, už máme 3. představení, čeká už nás jenom už 23. A můžete si připravit nějaké otázky, můžete si pak koupit knížku, nechat si ji podepsat a si se proto vrátí.
I didn't understand a word he said. I'm going. See you back later.
Okay.
Well, I have a deep need for adulation, and so I know I'm very popular in the Czech Republic. So I'm willing to pry myself out of California to come here. I always wanted to come to the Czech Republic, so they offered me the trips, and I certainly couldn't resist. And sometimes it's good to get out of your comfort zone, and so this was a test. Wonderful. And maybe if I like it, I'll do more traveling. Well, when I wrote the book, I thought I was writing for people of my generation. I was surprised that it appealed to teenagers. I didn't really think that I had anything to offer, the young. Mm-hmm. And then I found out that I was getting readers as young as 11. And one of my wife's relatives, who's an 80-year-old woman from Japan, she loved the book. So I think that's when I knew that it had a wider appeal than I was expecting. And I think it's because in a diary form, you get sort of an intense day-by-day experience of one person's life, and it's not your typical novel where you get a lot of literary prose. It's really just complete the action of this character. Well, in some respects, Nick and the other characters are the other side of my personality. I've always been sort of a button-down kind of guy. I got good grades in school, and I went to a prestigious college, and I always had jobs of various sort that I worked at conscientiously. So this was my escape valve. Just losing myself in this world of people acting impulsively and bad parenting on display, and just the whole gamut that you get in the book, that sort of the other side, the opposite of the life that I was leading. Well, in all of the books, I leave a little leeway at the end. I don't tie up all of the knots, the loose ends. So I always leave myself open for the possibility of another book. And I have some ideas sort of percolating now for another book, but I haven't really seriously considered starting it. So I think there may be another book in the offing. There was quite a gap between book 6 and book 7. And book 7 came as a surprise. I really thought I was done at book 6. Well, of course, it's a story about an invisible man, which has been done by other authors frequently. And I've never read a book that was where they were playing for laughs. So I thought, this would be a great subject for a humorous novel, someone who becomes invisible purely accidentally and has to cope with the consequences. And whenever you put a character in a pickle, in a difficult situation, that's a good opportunity for humor, I think. Well, I'm not a big giver of advice, and I know when people give me advice, I usually decide to do the opposite. So I think the only thing I can say is follow your dreams and be persistent. In my case, it took many years of persisting to get anywhere at being an author. So That's what I recommend. Stick to it.